Hello and welcome. Fortnite, and in particular the free-to-play Battle Royale mode, is a very popular game right now. When first installing the game on a Windows 10 PC, I noticed some interesting features, which I thought it might be useful to outline, if it helps somebody out when setting up the game for a younger person to play on PC. And related to a younger person playing games on PC, I have created a video on how to use the screen time access options included with Windows 10, which I'll link to below in the description. To install Fortnite, simply begin by opening an internet browser and do a search using Fortnite. In this example, we'll search using Google, and once a result appears, click on the search result. Once the website loads, you can click Play Free Now or the download link in the upper right hand corner of the page. To download the Epic Games Launcher, you'll need to either create an Epic Games account or sign up using a Facebook or Google account. In this example, to keep things simple, and also since we may be installing Fortnite for a younger person to play, we'll just create an Epic Games account. Make sure you note down the email address you're going to use and the password, because you'll be entering both many times. And once we have the account created, we can sign in and select the download for Windows. In this example, as we're using the Edge browser included in Windows 10, we can select to run the download installation file or save it. We'll just save it as we plan to use it later again. And then we can click Open Folder to access our Downloads folder, or select View Downloads, which in Edge is in the Hub section. We'll then open the installer and proceed with the default installation method. Note the default location of the Epic Games Launcher is in C Program Files x86. The installation will proceed, and part of the process will include downloading any updates the Epic Games Launcher requires. You can then click Install to download and install the Fortnite game. To install Fortnite on PC, you will need to download at least 8 GB of data, and once the game is fully installed, it's about 16 to 18 GB in size. You'll need about 20 GB of space available on the hard disk where Windows is installed, as that is where the Epic Launcher and Fortnite will be placed if you plan to go with the default installation options. Also, the game receives regular updates, almost daily it seemed at the time of recording. If some younger players get a bit frustrated waiting for an update to complete before they can begin to play, you can check the status of a download by opening the Download and Installation Progress window. When the Epic Games Launcher is running, you might notice the offer to connect your Facebook account, as it was when first signing up to download the installer. In this example again, we'll ignore this option. The Fortnite installation on a 64-bit copy of Windows, which any reasonably powered Windows PC will have, will default to C Program Files and not C Program Files x86. Once Fortnite has finished installing, you can run the game. The application will most likely offer to apply the best settings automatically, or you can open the options menu and open the settings section. On screen are some example settings. I usually disable motion blur in games, and if you experience any frame rate instability, begin by reducing anti-aliasing and post-processing. I would suggest reducing those values first before enabling VSync, as that may lead to screen tearing when playing the game, if any delays occur while the computer attempts to synchronize each frame before drawing it on screen. Note that the game also includes a frame rate counter, which is a nice feature. And again, if you're installing the game for a younger person to play, note that voice chat is supported in the game. So you might wish to disable this if when playing they have access to a microphone, but you'd rather they didn't use it. We'll now take a brief look at where the Epic Games Launcher and Fortnite are installed on the PC when choosing the default installation method. Windows 10, like Windows 8 before, is like Windows 7 with a layer on top of it. What I meant by Windows 10 being a mix of Windows 7 with a layer on top is perhaps illustrated here. On the left, the Windows 8 and 10 style programs list, optimized for touchscreen use, I suppose, and on the right, the more traditional Windows 7 style. In Windows 10, right-click on the Start menu and choose Apps and Features, and then scroll down and look for the Epic Games Launcher. Note you won't find Fortnite as an installed item, only the Epic Games Launcher. And then, leaving this window open, on your keyboard press the Windows key plus E, and when the File Explorer window opens, select this PC and then right-click and choose Properties. And then from the upper left, select Control Panel Home. This is the standard control panel, like that which you would see in Windows 7. When using the Windows Control Panel, I usually use the View by Small Icons option. The default view for the control panel would be the category view, which of course is fine. Selecting the View the Icons list is just an option that I prefer. And by selecting Uninstall a program from the category list, you can also access the Programs and Features list. As a useful option for general use, you can look for the Programs and Features link, right-click on it and select Pin to the Windows 10 Start area, or in this example, place a shortcut on the desktop. We'll then open Programs and Features from the shortcut, and with the list sorted by name, look again for the Epic Games Launcher. And again, perhaps a useful tip, we can right-click to the right of the top of the columns list, and under the More section, select Location and click OK. And now, when checking our list of installed applications, we can at the same time see where they are installed. If we wish, we can easily uninstall the Epic Games Launcher and Fortnite and reinstall it to another location on the same PC. For example, we are running out of space on our C disk where Windows is installed, so we would rather place the Fortnite installation on another hard drive on the PC where there is more disk space available. Another issue that might occur if Fortnite is installed in C program files could be someone signed into the computer with a child account needing administration rights to run the Fortnite game when it's installed in C program files. I had experienced this issue with one child account but not with another, so perhaps it was just a random account setup related issue. Before we continue with moving Fortnite from its default installation location, I should note that I have tested the performance of the game running from the default installation on a C disk, and which is an SSD drive, to another hard drive on the PC, which is a standard mechanical drive, and from testing didn't notice any immediate performance loss using the example graphic settings I showed earlier. Also, it seems that the Epic Games launcher supports the saving of a user's settings, so should you move the installation to another hard drive, then the settings you already applied will automatically be applied, which is a nice feature. To begin, we'll first back up the 18GB copy of Fortnite we have already downloaded. To do this, again open a file window and go to C Program Files, Epic Games. Select the Fortnite folder, right-click and select Copy, and then browse to another location on the PC, such as another hard drive or external hard drive, and paste a copy of Fortnite there. To uninstall Fortnite, first open the Programs and Features app, select the Epic Games launcher and select Uninstall. And note that this process will uninstall both the launcher and Fortnite itself. Then, once removed, open your Downloads folder and run the Epic Games Launcher installer again. And when the installation begins, click Change to install the launcher somewhere else. In this example, we'll install it in the root of a D drive, another hard drive on the same PC used for storage. In many PCs, a separate hard drive like this might be called D data drive. When installing, look out for the Windows security alert prompts and click Allow Access, which will configure the Windows firewall to allow the application to send and receive data from the internet. Once you've completed installing the launcher and have signed in again, you can then reinstall Fortnite. And this time we'll choose to install it in D Epic Games, the folder the launcher installation has just created. Minor thing, but this will mean that the Epic launcher and Fortnite will now be stored in the same location on the same PC. Once the installation has begun, you can click Cancel Installation and copy the backup of your Fortnite installation into the new location, in this example D Epic Games Fortnite. And once the files have completed being copied over, click Resume. The installation will then verify the files and complete the installation. If you found this video useful, please consider liking and subscribing to support the channel. And of course, share the video with anyone else whom you think it might help. And also, please feel free to add any comments or questions in the comment section below.